Sarasota County's Emergency Rental Assistance Program, or ERAP, provides rental and utility assistance to Sarasota County residents who meet certain income requirements and can demonstrate housing instability. This video will outline how to determine if your household is eligible, what supporting documentation you will need, and how to complete your application. You can find complete program details and requirements, as well as the application portal at scgov.net/rent. If you do not have computer access or would like in-person assistance completing your application, ERAP ambassadors are available at locations throughout the county. The ERAP call center is available at 941-861-RENT for questions and help finding an ambassador near you. That's 941-861-7368. To qualify for the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, your household income must be at or below 80% of the Sarasota County area median income. Please pause here to review the income chart. You will need one of the following to support your application: 2020 1040 tax return and evidence of submittal to the IRS, a determination letter from another government agency that verifies household income for another program dated on or after January 1st, 2020. Income documentation for all household members for the most recent 2 months. To qualify, one or more household member must have been impacted by COVID-19. You will need one of the following to demonstrate that impact: proof of unemployment or reduction in income due to COVID-19, or a signed COVID-19 impact affidavit describing your incurred costs or financial hardship due to COVID-19. Please pause here to review the demonstration requirements. To qualify, one or more household members must demonstrate a risk of experiencing homelessness or housing instability by providing one of the following: past due utility, rent, or eviction notice, or proof of unsafe or unhealthy living conditions. Please pause here to review the acceptable documentation. In addition to proof of income, impact and risk of homelessness or housing instability, all applicants must provide a government-issued photo ID and a fully executed lease or rental statement for rental property in Sarasota County. Please pause here to review additional supporting documentation needed to apply for rental, utility, and moving assistance. Once you've determined your eligibility and gathered your documents, you can begin your application by clicking Apply Now on the scgov.net/rent webpage. This will take you to our application portal, Neighborly. First, you will need to create an account by entering your email and creating a password. A verification email will be sent to you. Much of the communication for this program will be done via email, so please make sure to check your inbox and spam folders frequently. Remember, if you do not have access to a computer, you can visit our ambassador locations throughout the county. The first section of the application will detail the eligibility criteria we just reviewed. Read the criteria carefully and click Complete and Continue at the bottom of the page to move on. Section A takes you through the eligibility questions. If you answer no to any of these questions, you may not be eligible for the program. You can still continue the application, and we will notify you of your eligibility. Section B is where you will enter your contact information. If you are receiving assistance filling out the application, please list that in the text box. At any point during the application process, you may click Save. This will allow you to log out and return to the application when you are ready. In Section C, the Household Members section, you will enter in each person who lives in your household along with their demographic information. In Section D, you will submit one of 3 options to verify your income. The preferred option is submitting your completed 2020 tax return by using the Upload tool. Please enter your income from your tax return in the Total Income field. This is the number in Box 11 of your IRS Form 1040. If your household filed taxes separately, you will need to provide information and documentation for all members. The second option to verify your income is to provide documentation of your participation in an income-based government assistance program. Examples of these programs include Medicaid, Public Assistance, and Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. Please provide the most recent award letter or documentation of participation in these programs. The last option is to enter in all income information for each household member for at least the prior 2 months. If an adult household member has no income, they will need to upload a certification of zero income form. A link to this form can be found in the application. Section E is where you will explain your COVID-19 impact and provide supporting documentation. Types of acceptable documentation include a letter from your employer, unemployment confirmation, or pay stubs showing a reduction in pay. If you did not lose income but incurred significant costs or experienced financial hardship due to COVID-19, you will be asked to fill out the COVID-19 Impact Affidavit. Please describe your incurred cost or financial hardship in this form and print, sign, and upload it into the supporting documentation field. Section F is your rental assistance request. If you have received an eviction notice, you will upload it here. You will also enter your rental assistance request by month, as well as your landlord's contact information. Because rental assistance is paid directly to your landlord, they will receive an email instructing them to fill out a separate application. Any request for back rent must be accompanied by a landlord statement confirming that you have not paid those months. Please note that you may be eligible for up to 3 months of future rent payments. So, if you are interested in receiving prospective payments, please fill in the months you are interested in. In Section G, please provide relevant information for any utilities assistance you're requesting. For this program, eligible utility payments include water, sewer, trash removal, gas, propane, and electric. Internet and phone payments are not permitted. Payments will be made directly to the utility companies. If your utility company is not listed in the application dropdown, you will be asked to provide a copy of the utility provider's W-9. If the provider is listed in the dropdown, no W-9 is needed. You will be asked to list the amount you owe for each month. You will also need to provide a copy of your most recent utility statements for each section. Please note that the statements must show all account information and the amount owed. They must be legible and match the accounts entered into the application. In Section H, you will be asked to enter in any prior assistance you've received for rent. This includes assistance from any other federal, local, or state rental programs, including nonprofit organizations and faith-based organizations. You will not be eligible to receive assistance for the same months where you've already received assistance. So please fill out this section carefully. If you have not received any assistance, you can skip this section by clicking Complete and Continue at the bottom of the page. You will need to complete the same information for prior utility assistance in Section I. In the Required Documents section, you will be asked to submit a government-issued photo ID. The ID must not be expired at the time of the application. If the rental address does not match the address on your identification, you will be required to submit a utility bill in your name that matches the rental address. All applicants are also required to submit a fully executed lease that is signed by both the landlord and the tenant. If you submitted your filed tax return as income verification in Section D, you will need to submit proof of your filed tax return. To do this, visit irs.gov. Click on the Check Your Refund Status. Enter in your Social Security number, filing status, and exact refund amount. You will then need to submit a screenshot as part of your application. If you are requesting rental assistance, please provide a copy of your rental statement signed by your landlord that shows your name, address, the amount owed, and the months you owe. After you have uploaded the required documents and clicked Complete and Continue, please carefully read and affirm each checkbox. Finally, you will need to electronically sign the application by typing your name and clicking Sign. When you are ready to submit your application, click Complete and Submit. After you submit your application, your landlord will be required to submit a separate landlord application through the Neighborly portal. Applicants should communicate with their landlord, as we will not be able to continue with your application without your landlord's information. If you have any questions, please contact our call center at 941-861-RENT. That's 941-861-7368. Or visit one of our Ambassador locations. You can find the Ambassador schedule and all ERAP information at scgov.net/rent.